In this video, we are looking at a mixture of interpreting and drawing a histogram. We can see that we have an incomplete table and histogram, which give us information about the waiting time in minutes experienced by patients at a dental surgery. We are asked to use the histogram to complete the table, and then go on to use the table to complete the histogram. We can see here we have no numbers on this scale, which means our first job is to identify the scale on our frequency density axis. We can see we have complete information for this part of our table here, and that relates to this part of our histogram. We should know that the width times the height of our bar will give us the total frequency. That means we are looking for a width of 10 to multiply by a value to give us an answer of 28. That means 28 divided by 10 gives us 2.8. So our height up until that point there must be 2.8. We can now use this information to determine the rest of our scale, where we are taking the 2.8 and dividing by how many steps it takes to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That gives us a value of 0.4. So our scale goes up in 0.4s. So 0.4, 0.8, 1.2, 1.6, 2, 2.4, and right at the top, 3.2. We can now use this scale to determine the missing frequencies. We will first look at this one here. We can see that we have a width of 30. We are multiplying that width of 30 by how high our bar is. And we can see we are multiplying by 0.8. 30 multiplied by 0.8 gives us a frequency of 24. We will now look at this interval here of 40 to 60, which can be seen in this part of our histogram. That gives us a width of 20, which we multiply by the height of that bar of 1.6 to give us a frequency of 32. The next we look at, we have a width again of 20. This time we do not know what the height is, and we are expected to draw that part of our histogram in. 20 multiplied by 0.8 gives us 16. That means our height here is 0.8 down to the 80. Our next distance is between 80 and 100, which is a width of 20. 20 multiplied by 0.2 will give us an answer of 4. That means our height is in between the scales to give us a distance there. So when you are doing these histograms, find the link between the table and the chart to begin with to work out your scale. From there, you are looking to multiply the width by the height to determine your frequency and divide the width into the frequency to determine the height.